Now we're going to demonstrate utilizing the QTopic 380 as a sleeking device. What we have here is our silver sleeking foil. We're going to mount it to the supply manual just like we did the laminate film. The foil has been the same size as the previous laminate film. You can simply remove the rubber ring, slide the foil material on, put the rubber ring back over the groove, locks the foil in place. We want the foil, as well as any clear or hologram sleeking materials, to come off of the bottom, unwind off the bottom of the roll. Now we're going to load the silver foil and web it through the machine. So we take a bare stock, preferably a heavier cardstock again, and on the operator corner edge I want to put a pretty tight curl on this edge as I rotate it underneath this front roller. Bring it in, bring it underneath this first idler roller, web it through so it's coming out the back side of the pull roller. And I still have plenty of space here to tape my foil to this sheet. So now we take a piece of clear packaging tape. I want to stick it to this lead edge of my foil. Around. Now I can take my sheet, stick that right to it. I'm going to loosen this foil off. I can now take the sheet from the back side and pull it through the machine. Keeping in mind to keep the foil loose so that it doesn't build up any tension when you're trying to pull it through. I now have the foil out the back side, and I'm going to remove it from my paper. Now my sheet I can discard. And next I'm going to put the stripper bar at the back of the machine in place that brings the foil to the take-up mandrel. I'm now going to install the bar that separates the foil from your sheets that you're running. On the same mounting rail where we put the skew wheels, I'm going to just set this in that position for right now. Now I take my foil, bring it over the first bar, and I bring it under the second bar. I'm going to take my take-up mandrel. This is where all the waste foil gets rewound onto. One side has a hex shaft, the other side has a roller bushing. The hex shaft matches my take-up hex shaft on this side. Bring that in place, drop this down into the harness. I can now take my silver foil, pull it, stick it right to my core of my take-up mandrel. Next we need to remove the safety shield that is over the back burst rollers. Move the lever for the safety interlock. I want to lift straight up on this guard. Rotate it out, set it aside. Now I take my stripper bar and I want to rotate it 90 degrees down into position. I want to firmly keep that stripper bar held against the support rail while I locked both knobs left and right into position. Now I can put my safety guard back in place. Lock my my safety interlock. Now I've taken the foil, taken the tautness, and now I'm ready to sleek. Now on the front side of the machine, we want to replace our safety shield. That back in position. Now using a scrap piece for my first sheet, going to make sure that my job is set for the correct length of my sheet, which on this it's an 18-inch sheet. I'm going to touch the load button. It's going to advance the sheet. I've opened the gate. I can actually slide this sheet under about in that position. I'm going to tap the load button once. That's going to home it. Now I've got my first sheet that I'm going to foil sleek. So this is a black toner. Bring it up to the gate. Now I'm ready to run my sheet. Here again, once the green light illuminates, allows me to set my second sheet on. Foil sleeking is generally done at speed 3 with a pressure setting of 0.5 or 0.6 bar. Temperature generally start at about 230 degrees. You may need to go up or down from that point depending on what the application is and what the product looks like coming out. You may need to adjust your pressure higher or lower, as well as the temperature higher or lower to achieve the desired results you're looking for. Just like film, there's a supply tension control knob for the infeed of the product. We want that just taut enough to remove any wrinkles. On the back of the machine, there's another tension control knob that is for the take-up mandrel. That take-up mandrel is where the foil gets rewound onto. You want that just tight enough so it's keeping the web taut underneath here. You don't want it too tight that it's trying to pre-pull the material through the machine. The decurling device, unlike lamination, we want it adjusted counterclockwise so it's just guiding the sheet into the rear pull rollers. We don't want to decurl these sheets at all because there's no surface tension being applied to them.